In this video, we are going to take our discussion further and we are going to implement the flight control. So let's just start. So in the past video, we have already implemented this airline controller, right? We are going to leverage a lot of code from here and we can make a new file, flight controller.js. We'll paste everything from the airline controller, and instead of getting the airline service, let's take the flight service first of all. So this should be flight service. Okay, and let's have the functions like create flight and get flight, get all flights, destroy flight. Okay, and let's say here also, instead of calling airline service, this should be flight service. Flight service. 1 second. Flight service. Okay. Then here the function should be also destroy flight and create flight, get flight, and get all flights. Okay, let's see one by one every function. So this should not be destroy line, this should be destroy flight. Okay, and destroy flight function takes the parameter flight number. So instead of name, we should get query dot flight number. Okay, this should be flight, and this should also be flight. We should return also flight. So destroy function is ready. Get all flights, flight service dot get all flights. So all flights. This variable should also be flights, and looks good. Then get flight. Okay, this should also be flight number. Flight. And at last, for create flight, we should have dot create flight and flight. Okay, this should be good. This should be good. And so kind of like seems like the controller is ready for us. And let's just go to the routes. What we can do is first of all get the controller. So const flight controller is equals to require dot slash controller flight controller, and let's say let's copy all of this, not all of this, like these 4 for the time being. Paste. This should be slash flight. Okay, and this should be flight number, right? And we should use flight controller dot create flight dot get flight, get all flights, destroy flight. And if you go to get flight, let's see, in the get flight function, it should be flight number. The param should be flight number. Yes, it is flight number, and it should be good. So let's say npx nodemon. Okay, there is a bit of error. Okay, flight.update1. This is coming in flight service. Let's see, flight service. There is one function which is not asynchronous. This function is not asynchronous. We have not yet like added control for update flight, but we can later definitely add it. And okay, it's not able to get timestamp for the model flight. Okay, let's see. So for the timing, let's just not go inside it. Let's just keep it as string. Okay, let's just keep it as string. Departure time, arrival time as string. Okay, and server started successfully. We can Google it why timestamp was not working. But for the timing, let's see if our API is working fine or not. Okay, So first of all, we need to create flight. In order to create flight, we need to have all of these parameters, right? Departure airport, arrival airport, and all. So let's just try to build our request. So slash flight, it should be a post request, slash API slash v1 slash flight. Yes, that's a post request. And inside there should not be any name. Inside body, let's add parameters. So departure airport should be there. Arrival airport. Let's do one thing. Then we should have duration, flight date, departure time, arrival time, flight number, price, and airline. Okay, cool. Now, departure airport, we should have, let's say the departure airport as IGI New Delhi. Arrival airport is, let's say, okay, we have airport data, right? So, no, we don't have airport data. So, Kempagowda. I'm really sorry for wrong spelling. Let's search for the correct spelling. Port Kempegowda. Okay. PEGO. Bengaluru. Bengaluru. This is Delhi. Okay, duration is, let's say, what's the value for duration? Let's now go to flight model. Duration is a number, so we can write in milliseconds. So let's say convert 2 hours 30 minutes to milliseconds. Or let's just convert to seconds if we have it. 9,000. Let's keep it in seconds. So let's say 9,000. Okay. Date. What's the parameter for date? Flight date. It's a date parameter. It's already taken default value. So date dot now. Otherwise, we can also pass date. Let's do one thing. For our easier, I would say, calculations, let's avoid flight date because it can take default parameter. You can pass it, but I just don't want to get into a lot of hassle. Okay, departure time. What's that? So departure time and arrival time is a string. So we can write 6 p.m. Arrival time, let's say 8:30 p.m. Right, and then flight number. So flight number we can pass. Let's say this is, let's say, flight number 1. Price is, let's say, 5,000 rupees. Airline. Now we need to pass airline ID. You can pass airline ID. So let's just go here and take Vistara ID, for example. And let's just pass it here. Okay. Let's just try. If we try to send it, okay, it successfully created flight. Seems like it successfully created a flight. If we go here and refresh, there are flights. And if we refresh it, okay, there is no collection here. Maybe there is some error that got, okay, there was some error. Flight validation failed. Okay, let's first of all go to the controller. What we got? Successfully created flight. We got success flight, and response code we got 200. Okay, interesting. Okay, I got it. Why the issue is there? Because here also we have caught the error. So 2 places it has been caught. So let's see. It's not able to take airline data, is it? Path airline is required. What's airline? Okay, airline data. Okay, it should be airline ID. It should be airline ID. Okay, let's send it again. Okay, now it has successfully created a flight. And if we try to refresh, see, we have got a flight. So we are able to successfully add flight details. This API is really going to help us a lot. right? Let's add few more flights. Let's say from let's add another flight of departure time. Let's say 3 p.m. Arrival time at 5:30 p.m. Flight number 2, cost 6,000. And if you send it again, see, one more flight we have added. Okay, and so you can add few more flights using this API. That is something definitely we can do. Let's just try to fetch all flights. Let's try get all flights. So if we go to index.js, it should be /flight. So if we go to the get request, and let's see, in the get request, we don't need any params apart from secret token /flight. If we send it, so here you can see we are getting all the flights, right? So our APIs are working fine, I believe. Our APIs are working fine. Let's just quickly do git add all, git commit -m, added flight controller and routes. Okay, cool. So we have successfully added flight controller. Now the best part about our project up till now here is that we have successfully mentioned most of the boilerplate. Even the, I would say, review part is not going to be like very tough to add. So now what we can do is we can search flights. So this search functionality we have to implement based on price and duration. So we'll add a few more APIs regarding this, right? And user, you can get traveler details, you can get boarding pass. So main thing that is left is booking and the review part. So booking, we have to mention that somebody has made a booking. That is something that is that we are going to implement in the next part of the video. That being said, let's just wrap it up here. We are going to meet soon in the next videos. Till then, take care guys, bye bye, and thank you.
আর নীল লাগা থেকে